No, I'm just playing, people. Couple reasons you should buy a dog, couple reasons you shouldn't buy a dog. In this video, I'm going to break down why you should buy a dog, why you should buy a dog, why we buy dogs, why we breed dogs, who the dog is for, who the dog is for not. As I've been getting a lot of questions about, hey, I want to get one of your dogs. I don't know how this person just got my number, but somebody just called me a few moments ago. I said, I want to take the question. I'm like, who are they talking to? It's a Tacoma. I don't know no Tacoma. So if you're watching this, I'll shoot you a message back here in a second. I'm like, who is this? And I'm on the phone with one of the people who owns one of our dogs. We're going to get some perspectives from our kennel partners as well, and why they got dogs, why they have dogs, what dogs mean to them, what their favorite dogs are. Stay tuned, people. Come here. This is a Green Street hooligan right here. So, here's two reasons. There's black people buy dogs. The Negro, he buys a dog so that he can do what? Oftentimes feel safe, sometimes feel tough. White people buy dogs, as we know, to love them jokers to death. And then there's a group of community of white people, I don't know what to call them, it's like black people and niggas, two different species, depending on what comedian's telling the jokes. Then you've got white people and white folks. You go, I guess country white folks. That could be it. But objectively, there's two types of them. Some got them dogs out there, they're going to go some hunting, they're going to do some hogging and whatever else, and some fox hunting and all that other good stuff. And then you turn around and you got the ones that want to be at the park and, oh God, I love this dog, I love this dog. It's one of those things. So, people, if you're contacting me about getting a Fit Bully, owning one of our dogs, purchasing one of our dogs, being a part of what we call our Fit Bully family now, and I'm not a family person, to be clear, so it's hard for me to sit at the head of the table and deal with everybody, but the gist of it is this. For one, objectively, you kind of need to live an active lifestyle. I try to balance every breeding with something that's driven and something that's not, and then every now and then there's going to be a breeding where there's going to be some straight hoodlums. Hoodlums meaning they will turn into hoodlums if you don't know how to properly manage and sustain this dog's lifestyle. So for instance, I've seen some people get excited about this Nala and Ego breeding. Could be a little challenging for someone who's uneducated, but the upside is this: Nala has enough in her to not want much if you don't do much with her. So the thing is if somebody takes the dog and pushes it, boom, it'll be on and popping. You take the dog and just hang out, probably just be a good hangout dog. But then come 2 years, it might do something that surprise you. Like go and kill an animal. And it could be a bird, could be a rat, could be something. You say, oh man, I didn't know she had that in her. Well, she did, or he did. But the goal, even in doing those things, is to be able to manage it in situations, be it a rabbit, whatever. See what's ours there right now? There's a whole decent sized room here, and of course she wants to be right at my feet per se. Why? Because of all the work that I've done in properly managing her over the few years. She's gotten hurt her legs. She had a surgery on her legs, so she's not super driven or motivated like she used to be. But she still will respond in kind. So one of the reasons you shouldn't get a dog is if you don't have time. Now, none of us have time nowadays, it doesn't feel like, but then the irony is there's a lot of people doing what? Remote work. So you kind of got time at the house. And in 15 to 20 minutes, you can walk the dog anywhere from 0.8 to 1 mile in a 20-minute walk. You could do 20 minutes and walk a mile. And that in itself 3 times a week will keep your dog healthier than most dogs. Second is going to be the feeding thing. Most people don't spend more than $20 a month on the dog. To me, not judging, I just would encourage you to do just a little bit better, a little bit more, and learn all that you can. That's not a reason to or not to get a dog. Just understand it is an added cost, and when you increase your cost or your bottom line, you want to be able to like support that dog's lifestyle. A lot of people get dogs or get rid of them because they can no longer afford it. That's a challenge. Third reason you would want to get one of our dogs is because you want to learn how to become a great owner. And you want to learn how to take care of a dog. You want to learn how to potentially breed correctly. You want to learn patience. That's why you get one of our dogs. And in some cases, Chris is calling, guys, we'll come back soon. Now, we're back. Oh, man. So, again, you're looking to buy a dog from us, people. Nothing makes our dogs unique. Nothing makes our dogs special. We make our dogs special because of what we do for our dogs and the time we give our dogs. I know that people are proud. I know some people hate us. I love everybody regardless, because at the end of the day, this is my dogs. It's our program. It's things that matter to us. We're doing right by our dogs. We're not in competition with anybody. So we're very interested in the longevity and putting our dogs in places where they'll get an honest life. An honest life or a good life for a dog is 10, 15 years. 10, 15 years if you do everything right. And I pray, and when I say pray, I don't pray without work. I am not dropping to my knees. My way of praying is walking through a fire if I need to make sure these dogs are good. That's the only way I'm praying. So I do hope that the people who've purchased our dogs take the same interest we have and do in just doing right by them, just having a good time with them, enjoying the process, and even getting out and doing things. Because unfortunately, the American Bully, as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the less capable the dog becomes. And that's not how it started. It did not start with a dog that could not do, could not move, could not breathe, had ample health issues. That was no te good. Okay, so we're going to get some other perspectives here in a second from some of our other kennel partners on why they got a dog and why they would recommend not getting a dog. Stay tuned, people.